I'm Matt Willis, Public Health Officer for Marin County with a COVID-19 update for September 2nd. Yesterday, the CDC recommended the use of a new type of COVID-19 booster in the United States. I'd like to talk about this new bivalent or Omicron-specific booster and what this means for us in Marin. I'll answer 3 common questions we're getting about the booster. What's different about it, who should get it, and how we're rolling this out in Marin. So how is this different from the prior booster? The main difference is that this booster targets the Omicron variant as well as the original virus. That's why it's called bivalent. Right now, 100% of our cases in Marin are Omicron. If you're infected this fall, it's very likely it will be with Omicron BA.5. As of today, the usual monovalent booster we've been using has been retired and has been deauthorized by the FDA. This is how this new booster works. Remember, mRNA vaccines basically give your own immune system a recipe for making antibodies. These antibodies help fight off the virus when you're exposed before it makes you sick. The new mRNA boosters contain recipes for your body to make antibodies against both the original virus strain and against the currently circulating Omicron strains. Antibodies work because they physically bind onto the virus and neutralize it. That ability to bind is based on fit. The shape of the antibody needs to match the shape of the virus. You can imagine our original antibodies kind of glancing off the Omicron strain because the virus has mutated and changed shape. So they're not as able to bind and neutralize it as well. So this updated booster is literally a better fit for Omicron and will protect us all better. This is exciting for 2 reasons. One is because we'll have much better protection this fall and winter. And the other is longer term, that this shows we have the ability to upgrade the vaccines to match new strains that may emerge in the future. In that sense, this is like the flu vaccine. We have a new formulation of the flu vaccine every year to match the actively circulating flu strains. So the next question is, who should get the Omicron booster in Marin? Everyone over age 12 is now eligible if you've been fully vaccinated. In Marin, that means about 80% or 220,000 residents are eligible. But not everyone needs to rush to get this booster. Here's the group I'm most concerned about. We have about 40,000 people in Marin over age 50 or those with chronic medical conditions who have not had a booster in 2022. Those are our highest priority for the Omicron booster. If you haven't had a booster in 2022, this should be near the top of your to-do list. For the general public, if your last booster or your last infection was more than 6 months ago, you should know that your immunity is waning and you are at increased risk. And you should get this booster soon. The last question is, how will we be rolling this out in Marin? For the next couple weeks, supplies may be limited. Marin has about 30 pharmacies across the county, and they'll all be offering the Omicron booster and flu shots. In addition, Safeway and Marin County Public Health will be offering vaccines at the Northgate Shopping Center 5 days a week, starting next Wednesday. COVID-19 vaccines are now a routine part of medical practice, and you can also get your booster from your healthcare provider. Through September, our public health teams will also be traveling to long-term care facilities across the county to provide residents the protection of the Omicron booster and flu shots. The timing is actually really good for you to get your Omicron booster and your flu shot at the same time. If you want to be secure against infection and serious illness through the fall and winter, your best bet is to get both vaccines. Most pharmacies and healthcare providers can provide both flu and COVID-19 vaccine in one visit. I see this booster as a kind of antidote to what we're most tired of when it comes to pandemic fatigue. If we're tired of restrictions to our everyday freedoms or worrying about being infected, being better protected allows us to feel more free and gather more safely. And this will be especially important as the fall and winter come, with holiday gatherings and travel, and as things move indoors with chilly weather. I hope in Marin we'll recognize this as something that takes us that much closer to the post-pandemic world we all want. Thank you for doing your part.